Nice. Thank you, Christina. Welcome, everyone. Let me try that again. I'm gonna. Hold on. Let's pretend like nothing happened. Welcome, everyone. Fable Fox here. And okay, this is second take, but yeah. Should I do a third? No, never mind. Fable Fox here, and tonight is a different kind of stream. Not makers, not gamers, but makers is the thing. I'm a little bit flustered. Sorry for the delay. I forgot my water. Hello, Win. How are you doing? You got two different colors on my screen, by the way. You started with a dark green and then you turned. It's nicer actually. The new color, easier to read. I'm out of breath because I was running. I was running to fetch my water, and we did a workout before. And I guess I'm. It's fine. Everything is fine. So tonight, it's a different thing. So tonight is I'm gonna start a new costume. I don't know if I'll end it, but you know, it's always the best effort kind of deal. But the first step in any costume, actually in any kind of project, I would say, unless it's a really simple project, is planning, right? And cosplay tends to be costumes for cosplay tend to be very complex things. And so, hello there, Rock and Brothers. I know you might be expecting, because I promised, and I didn't promise, but I will do. It might be my next cosplay stream. Some 3D modeling. It's not today, but today is just planning. At least that's the plan. See what I did there. Hello, Rock and Brothers. How was your Sunday, by the way? So today, I'm looking at OBS, but I got, okay, so it's the character I'm gonna be doing is Eivor from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which came out like a couple of years ago. But when I actually started thinking about this before it came out, like when they announced the character, that's when I started working on it. And then the game came out, and I was like, well, now it's out. And then I didn't play the game. I was like, I'm not gonna cosplay a character when the game is out. I'm gonna play it. I've got to play it first, right? But I wouldn't play it without the graphics card, a new graphics card, because otherwise the graphics would be shit. Because my old graphics card was a little bit. It was right, you know. It was nearing its retirement age. And then graphics card prices really went up, so that the whole thing was delayed. Went for a walk in Lisbon. Who's the character? Grimes? I see what you're doing there. I think Grimes would actually be somewhat a lot simpler than this. I think. Not to say that, you know, a Grimes costume would be simple, but it would be simpler. It's always like simpler implies a comparison, right? But none of them are simple. I guess Grimes we're talking about, it's from Walking Dead. I guess I would go for the look, like the original look. I think it's the most iconic, you know. He's got pants, which is good. A belt, I guess a tucked in shirt, sheriff's hat, and he doesn't know how to point his revolver. Fable is back for another 48-hour stream. Hello, Sir Paladino, welcome. Have you watched Artful Dodger from Disney Plus? It's a cool character too. Man, I don't need more characters. We just watched Wonka at lunch, and Wonka, I wouldn't say like I was impressed for the most of the movie, but there were a couple songs that were catchy, and I was like, how hard would it be? Wonka, I would have to shave for starters. But then I'd get to have a lot of chocolate in my pockets.
The clothing was nice. I actually liked his
It
outfit.
kind of bugged me. Like every time he hands out someone a chocolate, it's very colorful. It never looks like chocolate. um, I think it would be. I've handed out chocolate before as a cosplayer. As Robin Hood, I've handed out chocolate coins. But I'm always like afraid, like, what if this person gets sick from this? It's a little bit it's a little bit of an area that there. I don't know how comfortable I would be as Wonka, like just throwing a bunch of chocolate at people. And I've given to kids, but always with the parents' permissions. I'd be like, not in front of the kid. Obviously, you don't ask in front of the kid, "Hey, can I give this kid chocolate?" Because the kid is gonna crucify their parents if they say no. You gotta be like a little bit discreet, like, "Hey, I got this. Is it okay? Okay, okay." Wonka movie, it's meh, but the character design is awesome. Yeah, the character design is awesome. The songs could be better, but that we could work on. Um, but the thing about Wonka is that is so. It's not this Wonka in particular. Like all the Willy Wonka. It's not just him. It's the factory. And so to bring that to a skit would be very hard, I think. It would always feel not enough because you have a limit on how much you can bring on stage. By the way, why don't I have any music?
How about some tunes?
The backlight is off on this stream. Uh, that's super rare. The backlight? The backlight? What do you mean? Like the light that comes from the back? It's because it's nighttime now. This is a window behind me. This is why I have these pillows covering the thing. Otherwise, you don't see crap during the day. I look like an angel if I took out these things. It's like ah from behind, but the whole stream, which is kind of annoying, I would say. Anyway, the character. Now, I'm gonna show you the stuff that I got, which isn't much. But okay, let me show you this. I already have. If you look at this, you'll be like, "Oh, this guy, this is done." No, it's not done. And for starters, I'm gonna create a little file here.
Can you increase the size? Because you can barely.
It's very tiny. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's just not gonna matter. At least, but if it does, then I'll increase it. First of all, let me like plan notes or something. Just plan. I'm just gonna create a file. Okay. Is it gonna open or what? No, this is the problem with working with two computers, two monitors. Okay. Now here I will increase the size, right? As I was saying, for Eivor, however you pronounce that name, Ubisoft was very nice when they very nice. It's a matter of marketing. They like it when hello Kanar, how are you doing? How's Pal World? What was I saying? It's a matter of marketing. They like it when cosplayers cosplay their characters because that's free publicity, I guess. And Eivor isn't really like, it doesn't stand out as an Assassin's Creed character. My original character, I'm good, thanks. That's nice. My original character, people come up to, even though it's original, people come up to me and say, "Hey, that's Assassin's Creed, right?" I don't know that character, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's original." Because I have some of the elements that assassins have, like the hood, the even blade. People recognize that. Eivor doesn't really have that, so I'm a little bit afraid that it might not be that recognizable. But it's still a Viking, so it's fun. Not as fun as a pirate. But that's debatable. It's up to it's a personal choice, I guess. Actually, let me try these two. Anyway, Ubisoft handed out a reference kit. Speaking of pirate, have you heard of the Black Flag remake? Is it really gonna be a remake? Because they talked about Skull and Bones or Cross and Bones or whatever. Is it really? Is it actually gonna come out at some point, or are they just decided to scrap that and make a Black Flag remake because that's what it is, except without assassins in them in the game. Black Flag remake would sounds pretty awesome. It's I would. It doesn't even really need a remaster. I would go for a sequel. Like, why not? Just the way the game ended, it was setting up for a sequel. Like right at the end, spoilers. Spoiler alert! I'm gonna say it. You got like 3 seconds. All right. What? No. I'm sorry, Sir Paladino, and apologize for my language, but fuck London. He's in the Caribbeans. Which one would you prefer to go to? The Caribbeans. Stay in the freaking Caribbeans, please, because that's part of why it's so great. The game. It's so warm and explosive because you are in that feeling of warm, clear water, and then all of a sudden there's a storm. That's the Caribbean. London is cool though, but not back then. Yeah, it's cool, but it's cold in everything, not just the weather. The weather, the like the. It's not the Caribbean, okay? I don't mean to crap on London. It's just by comparison. Sorry, like it's. Which one would you rather go on vacation? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're on a boat. Do you have? I mean, I guess you could have, but if you're gonna pirate, you're gonna pirate in the Caribbean, not in London where the bureaucrats are and whatnot. You go to where everything is wild. It's a wild west, but with water and stuff. But as I was saying, Black Flag ends with spoiler alert again, but it's the last warning. Ends with Edward Kenway reuniting with his daughter, and she's a kid. That's perfect for a sequel, especially back then when you had no female protagonists in Assassin's Creed. That was the door. They didn't take it. Idiots. They did like Assassin's Creed Liberation, which wasn't even released at first in PlayStation or PC until fans kind of pressured them to release the game on a bigger platform. It was on PSP Vita or something. You invade Edward House in Syndicate, and the twins let the Templars in. I was not happy. In Liberation, it kind of has this unique mechanic that you don't find in any of other Assassin's Creed game, which you have. It's kind of maybe it's a little bit sexist. You can dress up the character, you know. She can trade to a dress, and that sounds a little bit, you know. Oh, she's a girl, so she gets to wear a dress, you know. And all the other ones don't. They don't have that luxury. No, it's not 3. There's no 3 there. It's just Liberation. And on PC, it's called Liberation HD. It's like a sort of a remaster slash. It's they ported it to the PC, and I think they made it a little bit longer because it was it's PC. And it might be available on PlayStation and Xbox maybe. Anyway, it was this unique mechanic where you could, like, she had 3 different sets of clothes. That it was slave, assassin, and a dress, and each one of them let her fit into a different persona. So if she was among the high society or whatever, she would be wearing the fancy dress. But if she was going to go on talk to the slaves to incite a rebellion, she would trade to her slave clothes so she would fit in. And that was actually a pretty cool mechanic. You don't get any of that. Like, the clothes don't matter in any of the other games, even though like Ezio is dressed like for the time it was a bit of a slut, because not in terms that he was selling his body, but he's not exactly inconspicuous. Like, he has like the finest clothes. How the hell is he supposed to blend in? It's like you can spot him a mile away. He's dressed in all white, like the Pope. It's a bit weird, and they made it work better in the Liberation game, I think. Even Ezio dress was hard to invade the palace, and Ezio has so many layers. God damn it! He has so much. As a cosplayer, no way that dude was running, or climbing, or worst of all, swimming in those clothes. Like in all those layers, he would sink like a brick. No doubt about that. Anyway, I digress. Cosplaying Eivor. Now, Ubisoft gave us these. Sorry, give me just a second. Gave us these images as reference. This was released like, I think maybe perhaps before the game itself was released, and it's pretty cool because as you can see like in somewhat great detail everything the characters have. And you actually have two versions. You have one for the male and one for the female. And it's like zoomed in and stuff. It's actually pretty good. Oh look, I didn't notice those before. And you got him with makeup, without makeup. You got the hood, which is actually, I think the one in the game might be more detailed. I could be wrong. They give you the details for this. Like this is awesome for a cosplayer. You don't know how hard it is to find these details. Especially in a game where the character is so far away. Sometimes you have to use like photo mode, which is a thing now. It didn't used to be a few years back. How about flying? We need to see Fable fly on Leonard the Machine. we need the details of his flying machine, so Fable don't crash. Yeah. As for flying machine, I think the one that would interest me more would be the one from The Last Airbender. You know, Aang has that bow staff that turns into a glider. That's amazing. It's a step further. Of course, it might be more fantastical. At least Leonardo da Vinci's designs might actually be real and work. Anyway, it's got lots of details. You can see the fur. You can see the belts. This is pretty cool. Now, when the game was first announced, I started working on this is this is obviously made. How should I put this? This is a 3D thing. This was designed to look nice. It was because leather doesn't behave like this. It's gonna have to fold in order to fit this buckle. Anyway, that's just a. That's just the thing I'm noticing. Like the leather would not be flat like this. No way. Anyway, oh my god. Oh, they show here the stitches. There's two colors. You can see black and red. Okay. So this is very helpful. Oh man, the belts. Even although here, I should say this is nice. It's not the absolute optimal ideal best because it's still on the side. For example, this buckle, I can't see it properly. This is cool. Anyway, this is not what I'm here to do. I'm not gonna make templates today. You get to see the bow. I don't care about the bow, although the quiver looks fun to make. I'm not sure I would. Well, we'll see. The thing about the quiver is if I make a quiver, I have to put arrows on it. And if I carry arrows on a costume, I have to carry a bow. Otherwise, you have no idea how many people ask me when I'm in Assassin's Creed character, Where's your bow? Which puts a smile on my face. First of all, because people are paying attention, and second of all, because it gives me the opportunity to pull out my bow and unfold it. Because I designed the foldable bow for Robin Hood, which is my Assassin's Creed original character, and I get to show off, which is something I like to do when I cosplay. I'm not gonna be ashamed of saying that. I like to show off. Christina makes fun of me. I call it peacocking when we're in a convention. Sometimes I'm like I'm gonna peacock a little bit. So I just strut around the event, in character, and there's it doesn't happen. It's not common that I would take a stroll, come back, and not take a picture. It's I like it. I like it. I like that. I like that. People asking for photos. Who doesn't? I mean, oh, and we got the axes. Pretty cool as well. Man, they give you the colors of the things. They give you the codes of the colors. Is this a of the palette? I would have to search this a little bit. Neutral black sea for the fur. Palette, yeah.
The Pantone colors.
Yeah, but it's Pantone.
Pantone colors.
Pantone,
it's
okay. It says that. It says Pantone. Yeah. Share your creation. Hashtag Eivor art. Okay, so this is not just for cosplay. It's for anyone wanting to make art. Like if they want to draw and paint or paint an Eivor, they can use these colors. They have the details right here. This is very helpful. Yeah. Anyway, so what the thing I guess I should start doing here is make a list. Make a list of everything that I want to do. Let me see if I can. How do I remove this side? I don't want this anymore. Get out. How do I take it out? How do I? Okay, there you go. Ah, poop! I forget I have two monitors. That bow looks complicated. Just string is complicated. Oh, yeah. And you don't even see the string very well. But it's gotta be like here. And the thing about carrying a bow is that it's very delicate and cumbersome. I know Eivor does like backflips and stuff, but it's not realistic. First of all, I noticed, because I've been looking at the models of the game. When he puts his weapons on his back, on a sheath or something, they shrink. They become a little bit smaller. So the character doesn't look as silly when he's doing flips, and the weapons don't, they don't get in the way. It actually happened this morning. He was carrying Chilbert on his back, and Chilbert had a huge ass sword on his back. So he's carrying Chilbert and the sword on his back, and the sword was really big, and it didn't get in the way of anything. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. So this is the guy. I think I already got like with all those clothes. I don't want to get too thin. I already got the weight. I think I'm wide enough to to cosplay Eivor. God damn it, this is gonna be so much. Now I look at it. Okay, so he's got a wig. And he's got a beard wig or something. And he's got, oh, before that, he's got a head tattoo. So that's his face. I don't want the, or maybe I should. I don't know. I don't want to do makeup. Like, oh, he has a scar, but I don't. That's optional to me. I'm gonna put it on the list, but I'm gonna mark it as optional, because I'm not. That's not something I'm super inclined to do. Then he has this like eye makeup, which might add something to it, or it might look clownish if you do it wrong. Longsword, yeah. Just run away before Fable use your air for the beard. Yeah, or I just... Because even my beard wasn't... Like, I don't have beard for Eivor. Like, I have these patches here that have nothing. He has a full beard, like, on the bottom. And it doesn't grow as much and it's not as blonde, so my beard isn't good enough for this. I'm gonna put like the face, the makeup.
I don't agree. Your
War
beard color is pretty similar to Eivor.
He's a lot blonder.
His is a little bit more full here on the chin, yeah.
No, it's more it's blonder. Like mine is blonde around here, but it's very dark on the sides. He's blonder. War makeup I'm also gonna put on optional because I don't. I've seen people do Eivor, especially when the game came out, and a lot of times the war paint, it looks clownish. It doesn't look good. Although I do have the green eyes. I don't need contact lenses for this. I wouldn't anyway. It's just a thing. I don't do lenses, especially not for aesthetics. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna put stuff in my eyes. I'm not gonna put at risk my eyesight for something like this. Now, as I was saying, yeah, the war makeup often looks clownish, but it does make the eyes pop, so I'm gonna put it on the list anyway. Then I guess you have... I'm gonna go into the clothes part. Why is there two pages of the same thing? Hold on. What's the difference? Oh, in one of them he has the shields and stuff. Okay. Okay, next he has sort of like a shirt. Question, will Fable cut his hair to put Raven tattoo? I don't know. It's either that or it has to be a bald cap. I'll have to think about that. It's a good point. I'll have to expand on that weak part. He has a sort of a thick linen shirt or a cotton, which would be the materials that they would use, and then another shirt on top, like a sweater and then a shirt. I'm afraid that might be too much, especially if I go with the fur on top of that. Like I'm gonna die of heat stroke. So I think the way I would do it is, instead of having a sweat shirt underneath and then a shirt on top, I would make like just the... how do you call them? Just the sleeves. And then maybe a t-shirt underneath, so that I don't get the costume as dirty. But I'm gonna put it on the list. It's got like a sort of cotton or a linen brown shirt. Brown shirt as a base, and then he has you know what, I'm just gonna put brown shirt and let's just say it's cotton or linen as fabric information, because the fabric is gonna be like the same for the most of it. Like this is pretty close to this, like the pants. Hello, Win Gaming. Oh. Is it working? It should be working. It says it's working, but it actually didn't trigger. Hold on.
Win Gaming YT says I have returned. Is TTS working? Also, what are you working on? It's not Cosplay Maker, that's for sure.
No, I changed the category. Hashtag, but it worked! It took a little bit. It's because the I think that was Bart Simpson, wasn't it?
Hey, Win.
This is a thing powered by AI, if I'm not mistaken, in which it takes your message and it sends it to the server, and then they produce the audio, and then they send it back, and I guess that's why the delay happened. So the cool thing about that is it's got a delay, which is sucky, but it has a bunch of different voices. Like whenever you trigger it, it's gonna be a different voice. And some of them are pretty cool, like known characters and stuff. So, brown shirt. Then we got a blue shirt with some embroidery. With... Is that I... Yeah. Embroidery. The embroidery... I'm just gonna take note already. The embroidery... I'm gonna need to find a pattern. Make... No. Get... you know what? No verb. Pattern for embroidery. I already know where to find it, but actually cotton or linen, and we got 3 different colors, I think, because you got like the blue, the lighter blue, and then like sort of gray, unless no, yeah, sort of a grayish. Put here as colors. Blue. No. Fabric. Blue, light blue, and gray. Embroidery in blue. Same blue as the other one. Okay, just to take note. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. Light brown. Why am I capitalizing every word? Doesn't make any sense. Now it's too late. No, well. Let me see. What cosplay are you going for? This is Eivor from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But it's not great when it's missing a lot of detail. But it's just a reference. Wait. Let me see. Gotta be careful. You don't send me weird links. Let me see. Oh, that's... Yeah, no, that is... Okay, that is... I don't want... Oh my god, that is expensive! Jesus! I mean, I don't wanna be bad for that store. I mean, you already saw the link. There's a lot... Well, first of all, there's a lot of faux leather. But it's... I get it, okay? It's... But Jesus, still, it feels expensive. The thing is, if I want to participate in contests, depending on the contest, I have to make the thing myself. And to be honest, it's gonna be a lot more expensive than this, I guess. But... it's also gonna be better. I mean, I'm that might sound a little bit arrogant. It's missing a lot of detail. Yeah. For starters. But and then the thing is that it's a lot of full leather, so it has that shine. It's not. It looks plasticky. It's not bad. It's like if I I don't want to crap on it because you know it's you got different people with different. How should I put this? There's a place for everything, right? There's a place for everything. The same way, I'm not gonna crap on someone because they bought their costume. Like, why would I? Like, it doesn't make any sense to be mean to someone just because they bought their stuff. When I feel like I can make it, like I don't know, maybe the guy has 3 kids and doesn't have time but has money and chooses to express it like that. Like I don't have the right to do that, right? So I'm not gonna crap on. I don't want to be mean to this store and the product that they are selling. It seems expensive, but also just because you can see the shirt. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, but I'm not worried about references because I got them. Oh, listen. Thank you, Sir Paladino. Really, I don't mean to be mean, but I got like the best references I can get. I will show it to you. Actually, I don't know if I can, but let me show because the thing is that I know I'm saying this like I'm planning this costume now, but I've been working on it a little bit. There are some parts that I haven't planned. Okay. Like, I haven't thought about the wig. I haven't even gotten there yet. So I know I need to plan. Sometimes I do this. I look at an axe and I'm like, that axe looks cool. And then I start working on it and I don't even think about the rest. And then I get to a point where like, crap, I don't know how to proceed with the rest. But I've already made this. Fable has references galore for sure. Oh, I'm gonna show it to you because I'm excited about it, actually. Let me show you. If I can. Look at this. Now, this is not... I'm gonna get something better, but I've managed to get the model from the game. So I can see like this is the reason why this is bad is because I was stupid and I deleted the textures. So you can't see like the details on the belt because those are textures and I deleted them. But I'm gonna get you can see like the buckle and stuff. Yeah, I've been diving deep. Ubisoft. So this is why I was saying like they gave us a reference kit, but there's better. There's a lot better. Believe me. They sell cheap and they have less details than that one. Oh, they don't need to do the less details. But I also get. I said that it was expensive, but to be honest, what they are. I'm gonna show it. This is the costume that they are selling. You can see the price. It's public, so I'm not. You know, I said it was expensive, but also, you know, if you're gonna buy a costume like this and look for what it is, it has lots of stuff. Okay, like this sort of costumes don't usually come with this amount of detail. Like you can see the embroidery on the. It's probably not accurate, but I can't quite see it. The pattern here doesn't seem accurate. There's, as you saw, I said it was blue, then light blue, then gray. They got blue and light blue. You know, it's not 100% accurate, but for what it is, I think it's pretty good. Oh, they made the hood part of the shirt. They might be smart. Although I'm not sure it's the same tone. But anyway, that's not the point. Like, it's expensive, obviously, but if you're gonna make it, it's gonna be more expensive than this. Now, as I was saying, man, it's not easy to get this model. Actually, this one was the easiest one. What I wanted that you don't see here were the axes and shield and weapons. Those were even harder to get to. One new message. What? By the way, Christina said hello Cadence, and I just glossed over it. I was like, I'm gonna get there, and it feels like it's been 3 eternities and I haven't gotten there yet. Sorry, Cadence. Hello, I want to see a head tattoo stream. Ah, that looks, yeah. Christina has done. We've done tattoo before for cosplay. It was interesting. I have shaven my chest twice, and I don't want to do it again because it gets itchy. But we did like permanent marker or something, wasn't it? Eyeliner on the chest.
Dude, you don't want permanent markers on your skin.
It's been like 5 years. I don't remember. It was been more than 5 years, actually. Maybe doesn't it? Hasn't it been more than 5 years? It feels like the last 3 years just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. You indeed. Hello, Ima. Hold on. Let me see the. Eivor. And oh, I haven't shown you the coolest part. Oh, the shield. The shield, yeah. The shield is actually the thing I started working on, and I've made 3D models, but I need to remake them because back then I didn't know how to work with Blender. You see how long I've been working on this. At this point, I know a little bit more, and I can make it better. I don't know if I will because I already printed the thing a few years back, and it was it was the rim of the shield, you know. It was a lot of parts, but I don't know. It's very polygonal. You can see like edges and stuff. It wasn't great. Full commitment. Where's the closest tattoo artist? Permanent markers are awful. Yeah, that was I don't remember. Christina did it, so I guess I didn't pay enough attention. If I was the one to do it, I guess I would have remembered it better. But I remember that she used like what was it? Spray band-aid. Spray band. Is that the right like? It's a thing you get in a pharmacy.
Spray, yeah, it's medical.
It's a medical thing. You put it so it's for wounds, you know, but you just put it over the eyeliner so it doesn't come off. It came off anyway, but it lasted longer. That shield cost 110, but is made of wood. Mine is that's gonna be a secret. I'm gonna show it when it's done. It's gonna be amazing and unique, and I've mentioned this to a couple other cosplayers, and they were like, "What the fuck, dude? Why? You're not gonna make that." But I will, and you will see it when it's done. I'm gonna show it to you. But for now, it's a secret. The shield is gonna have a secret. What program are you using? This is Blender. Blender is free. And it's amazing. And the coolest thing about Blender is that there's so much you can do with it. This program is used to make movies. Of course, to make a movie, you don't need just this. Like, you would need a set of other tools as well, because there's lots of things that go into making movies. But I've seen an interview with a 15-year-old that made a short movie that looked absolutely like Hollywood level, using this and a couple of other programs. And this is just 3D. But you see these buttons over here? Like, there is so much stuff. I just mostly use this one because I just work with the models. But like, you can do other things. Like, I'm just gonna show you, but I don't even know what I'm doing. You can see like there's a part here that has textures. If I had the textures, you would see it. But I was dummy and I deleted them. The coolest thing about the model that I took from the game is that I can turn off things. Look, I can turn certain things so that I see what's underneath. I can see that he has a shirt here, for example, and the arm is bigger than the shirt. But anyway, and I can turn off parts of it so that I can see what's. This is actually doesn't have a shirt. It's just like a thing there. This is the. But I'm gonna have to get this again because I deleted the textures. I was dummy. Love dad names. Anyway, I'm not gonna save this. So, where were we? I actually have some parts of this done. Like this belt, I made this a few years ago. It's one of those things that got me excited, and I would start. I can do this. So I did it, but I didn't do anything else. There's lots of here to go. Okay, so I got the shirt. Then he has like this. I've seen it in the game. This is like how do you call it? It's not a jacket. It's how do you say a vest? A clit in Portuguese, Christina?
Best.
Is it the vest? But the vest sounds vest. A vest sounds like it could be something else. Then he's got a leather vest. That's gonna require leather. Dark brown leather. It's gonna take. You see these stitches? Like there's a better image, I think, of details here. Where was it? Here. Here you can see that this is like stitched with leather cord. I'm not gonna stitch it with leather cord, just leather cord at least. I would stitch it with like wax thread and then the leather cord just for show. Anyway, it's gonna take an impressive amount of red and black leather cord for stitches. Aesthetical. And then wax thread for the actual stitches.
I'm an expert in embroidery. What?
What? What? Chat? Wait, through an action figure in Blender. The action figure did not look good after that. That's a different kind of Blender. This is okay. So Chris, I heard you're an expert in embroidery. It's Sima. I didn't say it.
I only did the Geralt embroidery.
Here you go, Sir Baldino. The second one, just for you. Oh, and the leather vest has those metal thingies. I'm gonna call them metal thingies. And for those, I need to do like a 3D model. And I'm not entirely, but there's so many of them. I'm thinking I might actually try to make them in metal. Like aluminium or something. Because I already made, for example, this buckle. I made it. I got a piece of aluminum and I shaped it with I sculpted it, basically, with a Dremel. And it looks pretty neat, to be honest. And I think it's the kind of thing that might get you a couple of points in a contest, because no one does that. No one is stupid enough to do that, so... It's kind of a waste of time. Fable will forge the weapons and Christina will do the rest. That's usually how it goes. To be honest. It kind of is. I think I've covered the leather vest. I need a template for the
This
vest.
time Fable's gonna be a big boy. He's gonna do the whole thing.
Be a big boy. And next time you need a prop, you'll be a big girl and make it yourself. I can be mean too. See?
No, you're the one that wants.
I know.
to
If I take it to a contest, I
can't
need to.
do
I need to.
anything.
Yeah, I know. Fable needs to go kill and skin a bear for stuff. Oh, can you imagine being in a prejudging for a contest and they go like, so what did you do? What was your favorite part? And it was like, my favorite part was spending three months in the wilderness. I ate nothing but wolves and bears. Bear claws. And I don't know what is there any food with wolves? I don't think so. I killed the bear, buried its guts, sprouted a tree. Now you got coconuts. I don't. That's not how it goes. That's from Moana. Bear coconuts. I need a template for the vest. I'm just gonna make template. I'm kind of mixing things here. Some are ingredients, some are steps. 1. Make template. Okay. The rest will follow. I guess that also applies. I think that covers like the shirt and all that. Then you've got the hood. I take this as a see, you see the hood and the shirt don't have the same color. So I would say these are separate things. Like the hood is a separate part. It even has like a little brooch or pin or whatever you call it to keep it together. See this thing here? I think that's the point. It just goes on top of the clothes that he already has. So I'm gonna put it like fur coat with hood. Now here it doesn't look like linen as much, probably more like maybe cotton. Blue, cotton, hood, and oh wait a minute. There's something hidden underneath. It actually has a belt and a shoulder guard. This is actually more complicated than I thought. It has a metal ribbon as a pin. It's got a belt. Actually, I don't know if those two wouldn't be two different things. Like the shoulder guard makes sense that it would have a belt to keep in place, but maybe the fur is a separate thing that goes on top. Question: it has a light blue shirt, but it does have brown one before the blue one. Yeah. That's why I have it separate. Like a light brown shirt, and then on top of it, a blue shirt, and then on top of that, a leather vest, and then on top of that, I'm gonna die. The belt might be to secure the shield or bow. Yeah, and the shoulder guard definitely is attached to the thing. It might serve that as well. Let me see his back. I don't know if... Because that's a problem with game characters, is often... Oh, you got the clip of me being mean. Damn it. I got so many clips, so many awkward clips. Every time someone shouts me out on their stream, they show a clip and I'm like, oh god, why haven't I deleted this? But you know, that's fun. That's part of the identity of this stream. That's nice. It's okay. As I was saying, a problem with game characters is often their weapons just float in the air. They're just magically attached to the back. And then when a cosplayer wants to cosplay it, they have to figure it out. Damn it! Oh no! It's why? Damn it! It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Actually, sorry, Win. I should. Where are my manners? Thank you for the clip. You know, it's called streaming fable. It is. It is. 1 piece at a time. So I don't see where a shield would attach there, but I will have to find a way. But it does have. Let me see if I can see his back better. See, the shield is just floating. Let me see where. His back. In his back, I can tell he has two belts here that don't really connect to the front. I might have to refer. See, I might have to refer to the model, to the 3D model, for this. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Okay, so what it tells us is, first of all, the shoulder guard is not attached. Well, it might be. What is this? Oh, it's a cloak. Okay. But I couldn't see this in the other picture. Let's see. Back to the front. Oh, that's... It's cool that it's so... It's just a ring. Because I think I can buy a ring. Oh, you can see the ring here, but you can't see where it connects because there's fur on top of it. But yeah, that helps actually. Of course, this can't just be hovering here, so I would say I would connect these two, make them a part of each other, and then have the fur on top. And this pin would be used to secure the... Yeah, I think that might work. It's behind the pelt thing. It's manners bans me for a clip. No. If anything, it's my fault. There's a lot of things here. This is... Blue cotton, wood, red cotton for... I don't know how you call this in sewing language, but it's like the edge for the edge of the hood. Yeah, of course you need fur. Black fur, not black. They have the color here somewhere in the end. What was it called? I remember it wasn't just black, it was neutral black. Joking with you. Yeah, I know. That would be a huge job. Oh my god, yeah. And the thing that worries me isn't as much it being a huge job, is if I take it to a contest and it's not recognized. Because that would bring my morale down. It's not so much losing, okay? I don't know. I don't know if I have a problem with losing yet. Losing a contest, because I know going in that there are people with different skills that might have... You know, you never know what people bring. You can't control what others do. You can only control what you do. So going into a contest, you can't be expecting to win. I know that, but it pisses me off if they don't... if the judges don't take the job seriously. How to win? Easy, use the Eden Blade on Judge. Listen, I spent 3 months in the wilderness hunting bears. Let me tell you, you are no bear. That would be an interesting way. Okay, so I got the fur coat. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna count that as a separate thing. Okay, so shoulder, guard. That's gonna take like a metal ring. And okay, 2-layer shoulder armor, 2-layer leather shoulder guard armor, and 3 belts. It's gonna require also okay, you got the metal ring and a buckle. Metal buckle. Well, it's all metal, so why am I? You know what? Screw that. But I'm gonna leave the metal ring because you never know what a ring is. Just kidding, running away. It's okay, Sir Paladino, you don't have to. I haven't even read the joke, but I know you joke a lot. It's okay. If anyone gets pissed at you on this chat, I will say that you're kidding for you. And then you'll have the opportunity to say that you're not kidding, if you're not kidding. When gaming is the judge, he's Templar, that's why we will try to make you lose. So strike him down now before you... Yeah. I've met Win in person. I think he's very stealthy. You know, he's quite quiet and observing. I think he's more of an assassin type, I would say. A little bit like myself, except I'm louder now. I used to be more quiet. Sometimes I miss those days. Sometimes I think I spoke too much, you know. I think I covered it here. You got the fur, you got the metal ribbon, you got the hood. It's gonna, I think I know who to ask advice for the fur, because we know a cosplayer who's worked with fur as well. There's one thing that I'm a little bit afraid of. Is this has like the fur? I have to make sure that's like it's not real fur. Although I'm gonna be using leather. I don't know. I'm afraid of having a. Imagine I get like a vegan judge or something. I'm screwed. Yeah, assassin type. Yeah, because you blend with the shadows. I recognize that because I'm also like that. I was more when I was younger. I would say I was quieter. Okay, we've got 2 what are they called? Bracers. They call them bracers here. They're gonna be leather, and they're gonna have it's 2 pieces. 2-part leather, but they also have 3 little belts. You can't see them here, but let's see if I can show you. Ah, there we go. See what I'm talking about? Actually, where are the belts? There they are. It's got these 3 little belts that go around. Also gonna be needing the leather thread for here. I'm gonna call it hard leather in comparison to finger glove in soft leather. It's gonna need leather thread and red fabric. This design, I'm still I think I'm gonna 3D print it, or I'm gonna have to make some experiments still. But it also takes fur, and it has these little things here. This like it has two pendants. Call those triangles. What else am I missing? I gotta make them belts. Like you can't see here, but my question is, how do I attach this to the hand? Like, what keeps everything together? You know, you don't just stick your hand in it. You gotta be able to take it out. Win, go to the event in full Templar armor. No cash for it. One day it could happen. When does Templar need cash? Actually, there was one con where I was lucky enough to find a guy dressed as a crusader. That was like good enough, and I had a moment. He didn't know I was coming, but I got to turn on my assassin mode, and there was a huge line of people waiting for what they call an activation, or it's an activity in the event. It had a full line, and they were just. I noticed that they noticed me. Like people in line were like, "Hey, look, it's an assassin guy," and they looked at the crusader guy, just completely oblivious. And I just, I went very assassin-like, started sprinting a little bit. I sneaked up on him. I just got behind. The people in line thought it. They found it fun. The guy was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was like, "Hey, I'm an assassin. You're a crusader. It's kind of like a Templar, right? Hey, so how are you doing? What did you make this?" And we started talking a little bit. He did like reenactments, and he took his costume to the event. And in that same event, and remember, my original character is Robin Hood. I found a guy that was also with that sort of style, like medieval style, and he looked like Little John, like he could be Little John. I took a photo with him. Yeah, maybe it's this red thing that keeps it together, but that sounds very weak. That's not gonna last all day. I gotta find a way to. It can be hidden or concealed, but find a way to keep it tighter. Like I see these belts here. I'm gonna have to find a way to make those work, so that they keep everything tight. And leather is strong, by the way. You're not gonna keep it together with a piece of fabric. No way. Especially like these parts. I might try to shape the leather so it doesn't make as much force, but if I don't find a way to really like tighten it, it's gonna come apart. Did you kill someone, Fable? No, not yet. Yeah, ants? Oh, ants. I've killed a few ants, yeah. Even some of them not on purpose, by the way. I might have stepped on a ant hill in my backyard, because they were like hidden under the leaves, and I just put a foot on it, and then I started feeling something going up my leg. I was like, what the fuck? It was like bugs, ants are bugs. I was like, ah, just get those hands off my leg, and the ant hill was like busy, really, like ants everywhere. But yeah. Why in the hell does he need a leather glove just for the middle finger? It's like this finger gets so much use. I need to for the blade. This is the right hand. The blade is in the left hand. Doesn't add up. See, this is the right this is the left hand. Now he has this one I get. This one I actually get. You know what? I get both. I understand both. It's for the bow. Because with the left hand you hold it like this. If you use it enough, it's gonna mess your, like, between your thumb and your index finger. So it makes sense to have leather there. Glove there. Why wouldn't he have a full glove? He's in the cold, in the north of Europe. Just get a full glove, Eivor. Just stop being such a hipster. And then the other one is to pull the string. Don't question game devs. You gotta. It's not even devs. These are just designers. I mean, I don't wanna bring anyone down. Just designers. I mean, they did their job. I gotta ask why the shield is hovering on his back, but other than that, like, the rest seems pretty. It's better than previous assassins, by the way. But I'm gonna say this. Whoever came up with the idea for the Eden blade to be on top, on the outside of the arm, should be whipped. Just, I'm exaggerating. They shouldn't. Like, that sounds awful. But it doesn't make any sense. This is stupid as hell. Look at that. Like, this is how much blade is actually sticking in his enemies. It's like 3 centimeters. It's not effective. And it's not hidden. So he's got an hidden blade that is not hidden, and 2, doesn't stab anyone for more than 3 centimeters. It's not deadly. Look, like, his knuckles are here. Unless he punches someone like this, stabs someone like this, which is silly as hell. If he goes like this, he's not stabbing anything. Does it make sense? Yeah, it's Eivor's choice. Sure, yeah, I mean, the game designers decided to put it like that. And it makes a little. They made it make sense. And Eivor's like, no way, I'm not gonna honor and stuff. They're gonna see it coming. I want them to know. I'm gonna wear this on the outside. Sure, but then it doesn't work. So just use an X. What's the point of having that? The good thing is, on the left arm, I know how to keep the brace together, because this one clearly has belts. See? That's taken care of. Shit, hidden blade. Okay, I need a 3D model for the hidden blade. And 3 leather straps. And some green / teal gems. And buckles. 3 buckles. Brass buckles. The whole thing looks brass, by the way. It looks like it's made of brass, which makes sense because it's supposed to be Middle Eastern, isn't it? I guess they have that. Brass is a thing there. It's a punch blade? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. precision, but that guy is blind now. It's not dead though. It's not deep enough. Oh, look, here he has like bones attached to the thing. It's like an ammo belt, but with bones instead of bullets. But also his bracer doesn't have like those details. I don't know what this is. It's not the same. I think I would try to make this a little bit longer, or I don't know. I mean, I don't need it to be dangerous. It's actually better like this. If a security guard asks me, hey, what does that do? It's like, hey, this doesn't stab anyone, even if I wanted to. It was designed to be ineffective. Yeah. Yeah, actually I have like a very rough 3D model. The thing about the 3D models in the games is that they are just a reference. You can't, how should I put this? For contest purposes, I can't just, if I say like it doesn't really make my job that much. I mean, it makes my job easier in a way, but it doesn't take any work from me, because the models from the games are essentially useless. They're references, or better yet, they are a base. Okay, like they have already the proportions of the item I want to work with. They have the dimensions, like not even the dimensions, because that can be adjusted for my size, but like if it's a person, imagine it's a person, then you already know like if the head is 20 centimeters and the rest of the body is it's gonna follow the proportions, right? So taking that from the game, it's gonna give you the proportions, but it's not gonna give you actually like details. Or it's not even going to be printable. You can't just take a model from the game and print it straight away. It doesn't work, because it wasn't designed to... the topology of the object isn't going to be... How should I put it? It's not closed. You need it to be... It's hard to explain if you don't know anything about 3D printing or 3D modeling. But you've got a lot of, imagine, walls that are overlapping and aren't connected, and so from a 3D printing standpoint, it's gonna the program that is gonna process that into the code that the 3D printer is gonna use. It's gonna look at it and it's gonna see basically like gibberish. Things are just not connected. There's holes in it. It's not gonna work. Because the art was before the model. Oh yeah. And those trailers and stuff, yeah, that's before they start working on that before even the game is finished. So maybe even the designs were finished. But let me show you what I have from the game. This is the Eden Blade from the game. See, it's good as a starting point. See, I gotta be careful with your with your links. What if you send me something something naughty? That's concept art, right? It looks like concept art. It looks very different from the final one. Well, this one looks closer. This one got a circle there. That's cool. I never seen that before. This one is more golden also. Also, let me see the other one. Oh, you already shown that before. So this is a good starting point, but it's not even gonna work as see, like there's a huge gap here in the back. Like this works if you see it like this, But if you see the back, it's not. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why is the blade just hanging out there? It's cool that you can even see the tip of the blade. This is actually pretty detailed compared to other weapons. When I mean detailed because it's so small. It's surprising that they have this amount of detail. But even this, like, you see these details here, those engravings. That's a texture. If I try to take this and if I cleaned it so that it was 3D printable, you would not see that. You would just see like a blank, a flat surface. So there's a lot of work that goes from taking this and turning it to first of all, symmetrical thing. It's not symmetrical. I'm willing to bet this is not symmetrical. From my experience with other weapons from the game, this is not symmetrical. Other weapon models. Make it symmetrical, first of all. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It just makes your job easier. Second, make it printable. And third, put in those details because they're not there. They don't exist. You have to go and put them yourself. So there's a lot of... It's easier than starting from scratch, but it's still a long way to go until it looks good. They always changing on the circle thing. It come out with a blade. If you check the image. Oh. Let me close that. Oh, I see. That makes sense. It's there and then it stops the blade from coming any further. That makes sense. I wonder why they took that out. But you can tell that they have other development sketches and right here. Like they had a few to choose from. I think they chose right. The final one is the prettiest, in my opinion. And you don't need that ribbon because the shape of the blade, because it funnels, it stops itself on the end. So even mechanically, you don't need it. But it's got lots of details. Where was I going? I'm still on the arms. I want the shield. The axes are called Raider's axe and Varin's axe, which are the small axes that he has. I would like to have the sorry, the horn. You know, that seems fun. But I would say that's optional. If I can do something like that, it would be cool. I have experience making horns because I made some for Loki, the one from the season finale. So the axes are these. Unfortunately, they are different. It's one of each kind. I think this is like Eivor's father's axe. His father's axe. And this one is just a regular common axe. Hello, Runa! Why? Am I here yet? Do you tell me? Oh, maybe the circle thing is you can push back in manual. Yeah, that's an option. Oh! Hello everyone, hello Runa. Thank you so much for the raid. Runa Raid, yeah. This is a different kind of stream than I usually do. Usually I game, but today is I'm planning for a costume for a cosplay. I don't like to call it a cosplay because the cosplay to me involves both the costume and playing the character. So those are two different things to me. This is just a costume. Then the play comes later. Rune is raiding Fable Town. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you doing? And by the way, I guess I always forget. Christina already gave you a shout out, right? But still, it got buried in the chat. Runa is Runa Eleanor is a maker and crafter, and she has a bird that likes peanut butter, and you should check it out. Check her stream out. It's chill and fun at the same time. Can you ever really cause without play? I think you can. I've had this discussion years ago. Do you cosplay on Halloween? Like, what you do on Halloween, does it count as cosplay? And I would say it doesn't matter. If you feel like it does, it does. But you can also just put on the costume and not play. And you see it at events, actually. That was one of the arguments. Like, and sometimes I get in, or I don't get into it as much, but I would go on arguments online just for argument's sake. People get pissed when you oppose their views, but I'm just looking for a good discussion, trying to learn something. Samo, hello. Wow, Orc the dude. Wait. Did I miss some messages? Henchman Hank. Just a bunch of raiders. Thanks again, Runa, for the raid. That's a cool looking nickname. Very memorable, Orc the dude. But yeah, like, and the argument I was given is like, no, in Halloween people dress up as nurses and vampires, like something generic, so it doesn't count as cosplay because it has to be a character. But you can act as a nurse and act as so you can cos and play, right? Anyway, I'm having this discussion with myself right now. Why? Let me get back to work. So I'm not very interested in making the bow. I'm more interested in making the quiver. The quiver looks cool, and quivers are simpler. I know. Yeah, that's why you chose it, right? Because it's a cool looking nickname. Oh no, I forgot the pants and the other belts. Okay. He also has like a waist belt. I gotta specify that it's a waist belt because he's got so many belts. And that belt is like 2 layers leather. Now, I don't think that's leather cord. It looks like a leather... It's a thin... It's like thin leather. I don't know how I'm gonna make this. I got a couple ideas, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure something out. People put so much value on their opinions nowadays. It's like they believe their ideas is all they have. Yeah. Your ideas. See, I'm trying to find a way to argue. But this is just for argument's sake. Just to have a discussion. Just to connect. You know, but the thing is, I always play devil's advocate. Like, if you say oranges are the best fruit, I'm gonna say, but why? And if you say, why not apples? But if you say the opposite, like, apples are the best fruit, then I'll be like, but why? Just, I don't know. Christina used to say I was a bit of a troll. especially on Facebook. But I don't get into it as much because people don't. People aren't interested in reading slash listening. They're just interested in talking and shouting and finding someone to dump their frustrations, I guess. I find that a lot of times, like for example, when talking about TV shows, people aren't really saying Friends is the best TV show. They are looking for someone to fight them. And if you say, but why? Then it's it often gets aggressive. Anyway, there's no point in going there. Ah, this also has a buckle and like an end at the end of the belt. Oh man, look at that! It even has the stitches there. I don't think 3 stitches are gonna be enough. Might do a couple more. But the buckle is detailed. I'm gonna say detailed buckle. Detailed buckle. That might be a little bit more work. Okay, then he has 2 more belts. Sorry. Jesus, he's got this belt that goes over here that holds one of the axes, and then he's got that belt that goes over there that holds the other. Oh god, what have I done? The quiver and the other axe. I think I'm gonna count that as part of the axes. Hold on. You are a special cookie, hey? Like a good kind of special. Oh, thank God you clarified that. I'm just a person, and I make mistakes and I learn, I guess. But I do like discussing things, and it's actually this morning I was playing Valhalla and someone came in, and they said they were playing Valhalla, but they didn't play Origins because people said that it sucked. And I just gave them my opinion, mostly because I was excited, like I mentioned on that stream, because I was excited to talk about it. Like it's something that I like, and I like to talk about. And not everyone plays Assassin's Creed, so now I'm not gonna talk about it with Christina because she's my wife. She'll just agree, and so there's no discussion. Fable is forgetting one piece of the costume, but I can't say it because spoilers. Oh god. By the way, I forget that red fabric. But I'm forgetting one piece of the costume. Give me a second. But the question is it already part of, is it already here in these images that I am watching now? Christina, Runa. Christina, Fable wants you to fight him more. She's doing like a kick my way. And he has 5 arrows. I think in the game he has easily like 50 arrows. How does a guy carry 50 arrows with him? Alright. Cool thing. I already made this buckle. This buckle you see here, I made it, but I didn't make it golden, which appears to be the case here. So I think I might just make it. I might do these pieces silver as well to match the thing. This design actually is pretty close to the one that you see that thing underneath there. It's pretty similar, but except that's on the vest and this is on the belt. And this one is bigger, and it's a buckle. You should tell him no every once in a while and then see if he can figure out why. She already does that. We went to Disney World a few years ago and I saw a t-shirt that said it was Grumpy, you know, one of the dwarfs from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And it says, "How about no?" And I turned to her and I was like, "This t-shirt was made for you. It's like, you should take this." And she got it and she still wears it. And it's just a big no on the t-shirt. Go girl. It's nonsensical sometimes. I'll be like, "Hey, you want to watch that movie?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." What can I do? Would you like to cosplay that character you love so much? No. Alright. But at the same time... Oh, this is infuriating. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Because I'm gonna vent now. Christina. I'm gonna vent now. This is Christina. There's nothing on the fridge. There is no food in the house. I don't know what to make for dinner. And I'll be like, "Well, we've got some eggs." For example, this is an example. "We got some eggs. I could make an omelet. You want an omelet?" "No." Like, what the fuck? Then you make it. What do you want from me? I'm trying to give you pickles. Do you like pickles? She doesn't like pickles. For a moment I was there. Does she like pickles? I've never seen him eat pickles. Christina would make a good Romanian woman.
I want something.
Sometimes
We
pickles
don't
are good.
understand. I don't want omelet. I want something
Christina,
else that I don't have it on the
but if you're in a desperate situation, you just take what you get.
No.
Sometimes pickles are good. We had pickles at our wedding, and I don't like pickles, and they were good. But they were special pickles made by special people. We met these guys at cosplay events. Actually, our wedding was very surreptitiously, if that's a word, kind of like a cosplay event. We got a guy that usually does, Nelson from. He does a lot of events, cosplay. He usually presents cosplay contests, stuff like that, and our first idea, fantastic, craziest idea that definitely was never gonna happen. I mean, maybe if we tried hard enough, but it wasn't worth the effort. We met the guy who cosplayed Captain America. It was too much, but for a second we were just like, what if we got that guy to marry us dressed as Captain America? But it was too much. It would be funny though. It's a nice what if scenario. But I think it would be too much. And seems like one of those people for Kushiza Bishi. What is that? Anyway, we got Nelson, who usually does. He's so energetic, you know, on those cosplay events. That they were like, we don't want a priest, but maybe Nelson could do it. And we talked to him. Hey, would you like to marry us? And he was like, yeah. He didn't go no. He went like, yeah. I've never done that before. But it seems like a. You know, he took on the challenge and he did it beautifully. I know it's my wedding, but I would still say that he was the best I've seen so far. It was his first wedding and he knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. Like he brought a speech about love and how people love in different ways, even before the wedding started. And he organized. We asked him to do the ceremony, and he organized the people the entire day. Like people needed to go one place, he would be like there, like guiding everyone. He was amazing. Want to Google it or have me spoil the beans? Spoil the beans away. Spoil away the beans. Check what Eivor has on his. Oh man, no spoilers. Don't, not that kind of spoilers. Delete it. I don't want to see. What does he have in his hand? Actually dangerous, because I know there's nudity in that game. I have an apple of Eden, but it's kind of fragile. I made it. It's like as if it was glass, because I wanted to make it shine from the inside. It didn't quite work.
It's not a big spoiler. I think you already seen it.
Really? What is it? Let me see. The Discord. Anyway, why did I start talking about Nelson? Oh, and at cosplay events, I call them cosplay events, but they are really pop culture events that contain cosplay in themselves. Wait, what Discord? Oh, you sent it to me directly? No, Christina saw it.
No, Fable's Discord.
Fable's Discord. Why doesn't he doesn't have anything here? Oh, the helmet?
Mm-hmm.
How is that a spoiler? He has the helmet in the game. I just turned it off. But the chest with gold coins. That is interesting. Get a chest full of gold chocolate coins. I think I would get the judge's favor with that. If from stats you can buy. Bio thanks, hello there. I see a very detailed belt going on. Actually, I've already made this belt, sort of. I just haven't put it together because I'm not sure exactly how. I made a long strip with this pattern, and I don't know how much I'm gonna need, so I might have to cut some off.
Want me to go grab it?
No need. Biodanks here is also a cosplayer, by the way. I made a belt like that, less paint work. Oh, I may have been an idiot. I basically marked it with a swivel knife and then hammered everything. So it took a really long time. And I also made the buckle. I have the buckle made and ready to go. This belt is done. All I need to do is assemble it when I've done the rest and I know how long I need it. It's already done. The other belt I actually started making it. But then we cut it and used it for Jaskier's loot. So I need to make it again, but it's okay. Didn't go on AC Viewer since we last spoke. Yeah, AC Viewer is the name of the program that I used to get those models that I showed. But it took me a long time to figure it out, and I spent a few hours actually trying different programs until I got to that one, and then when I got to that one, figuring out how to work with it. Currently making my costume for the medieval fair, so I won't make it last minute. That's a good call. All right, gonna go with like patterned. Actually, I don't know which axe is which. Let me see if I can. Wait, what's going on? Okay, this axe is Varin's axe. It's more detailed. It has more. Okay, see if this is Varin's axe. Varin's axe. Okay, then Raider's axe. Okay. Patterned belt. And the other one is the belt. Leather belt with eagles. I'm gonna call those eagles. I don't know if they are eagles, but they look a little bit like birds.
Ravens, no?
Ravens make more sense, yeah.
No, sorry, crow.
Crows. Yes, they're different. Eivor is a bit of a trick to work around. It took me a long time to figure out which Cassandra model had all armor options. For some reason, the game files have 2 Cassandra models. Yeah, like the program is amateurish. It's made by some guy in a garage, and Ubisoft makes it very hard to find the models. Actually, Biodanks, I think I've said this before to you, but Odyssey is easier because I think they have it named. Like they have files with names, and for Valhalla they decided to go extra hard, and instead of names they have like license plates. It's just gibberish. You have to open one at a time to figure out what's inside. A lot of them, but I found a way to work around that, and I think it's I kind of have a method that if I want something I can more easily find it. But yeah, Biodanks is also working on. I don't know if I can say it, but you already mentioned it. Took me a long time. Yeah, she's working on Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I've already done the mission where the thing is, for example, the top armor. They name it like ACK SS Top 01. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Yeah, yeah. I've already played the DLC by mistake, actually. The DLC where Eivor meets Cassandra. It was interesting, and they, spoiler alert, they become friends. Yeah, it's very short though, very short, and of course they bump heads. And they bicker a little bit. That DLC is how Fable met Christina just in past. True story. Yeah. We are reborn souls. I was Eivor, hence my beard. My ancestors also had beard. And Christina is clearly Cassandra. That's sometimes she has braids because it's in her DNA. Shut up, it makes sense. The belts I'm not worried about, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to attach the axis. Wait, hold on. Was I seeing it the wrong way? No. What the hell? Oh, he has rope. I mean, I can add rope to the belt. Sure. I mean, it's a detail. Doesn't add. It's just okay. At least you don't need to shave too. I don't shave though. Cannot wait to see you in wig again. Yeah, I don't know. Again, yeah, because I wore a wig for The Witcher, with varying degrees of success. We actually did a photo shoot, but it was raining, kind of intermittently, and I dressed in the car, and I didn't have a like for Comic-Con we had a mirror, so we got to do the wig more in a better way. In the car it was very hard to do, and I'm not super happy with the result, but the photo shoot was amazing. Actually, the photos are pretty dope, and Skuggy even put like the bright eyes. and we got some cool photos there, right? I'm really happy with the result, especially considering like I was a little bit sick and we were out in the rain, so not a great combo, but we made it, and I really enjoyed the experience because we were in ruins, that were in ruins, not like ruins where people are taking care of them and preserving them. No, just like literal castle in ruins full of like ivy and bushes and mud and crap. I was, and I think that added an extra effect of Witcher-ness. It's for the sake of cool photos. Yeah. I really liked it. I didn't like it then. I wasn't super confident, but the results were. I really enjoy them. They look really nice. I think you can find them in my Instagram page, by the way, which you can you can find on Instagram, Fable Fox Fever. Milady Bio enjoyed the 48 hours. Listen, Sir Paladin is always pushing for a 48-hour stream, which I would probably die after and be fired from my job. Hiding. What was I gonna say? I would probably need to shave for this one, Biodanks, because he has like a shaved side of the head. Pyro, hello! Or should I soon call you Eivor? We'll see. Oh, but I mentioned this before, but I found out in the game files, because you know Eivor is a female name, and I looked it up. Eivor with an O, Eivor is usually a female name. But as I dug through the game files, I found out that there are a lot of models where it's spelled Eivar, as in Eivor. And I looked it up, and it turns out that's a male name. So, interesting, isn't it? That Ubisoft kind of pushed. I felt like in the beginning they pushed for a male protagonist, because the first reveal of the game was with a male protagonist. The first trailer that I saw was with a male protagonist, but then later they backed down, and changed it. That canon is the female version, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. But it's kind of weird that in the game files, like deep down there, it started, or it kind of gives you indication that it started as they were going for the male, or maybe having two different names like they did in Odyssey, the Eivor and Eivor. I don't know. I find that interesting. No, secretly wanting a male lead, because with an A is male. It's kind of the opposite of how we do things in Portuguese. So I think they either were going for two names, Eivor and Eivor, and then decided to go with just one, or they were going for a male protagonist and then they changed it because wokeness, but kept the files because that was too much work. I don't know what's going on there, but it's weird. It's like a salad of game files. It's and questionable, a salad of game files and questionable choices. I don't understand. I honestly don't care. I prefer the male, mostly because that's how the game was pitched to me initially, and I spent a lot of time thinking that was gonna be the canon guy, so I got it in my mind. And I like his voice better as well. Kind of like how I liked Cassandra better over Alexius. While female Eivor is the canonical version, the game explains the characters' diverging genders. Yeah, kind of. They show you his skeleton, but they hide the pelvis, which would allow you to determine whether he was male or female. But all it takes is a little brush, And they go in there and brush the dirt away, and they can tell if it's a male or a female. So they kind of explain like it's very old DNA and whatever. The presence of Odin's DNA. Oh, I remember that it was like yeah, the animus was confused. Okay. So it had Odin's DNA was much more potent, and so it okay. I'm not a fan of changing stuff. It's not realistic. I would rather they just give me a character. I don't care if it's male or female. I don't want to. I'm paying you to choose for me. The male have a different name. Ari, Vari, something. No. Oh, wait. No. That's Ari. Ari, I think, is a character on the DLC, right? I remember that, but I was confused. I think that's on a DLC where you go to Asgard. You Ari, isn't it a name for Odin or something? I might be saying like nonsense. I like how they make with twins. The twins were a nice touch, but they can't do it forever. Maybe they just kept same name for easier marketing. Yeah, that might be it. Male Eivor voice actor is Danish. He is called Javi. Found it. Oh, I can feel it. I only saw the male marketing first, so male Eivor, or in this case Eivor, grew a lot on me. Exactly. And the game reveal to me, if I'm not mistaken, the reveal of the game was made through Boss Logic's stream. I think it was on Twitch even. Where he did like a sort of like a wallpaper or a mural on Photoshop, and the central character is male. So I assumed like Bayek before him that they had a central male character, which kind of bums me out because I like Cassandra, and I think they have a lack of female leads. Don't mind the female, but the male voice is so good. I love the voice actor. For Valhalla, yeah. Me too. I actually tried them both. You can change in the middle of the game if you want. So I tried for a little bit the female one, but I wasn't feeling it. Did I cover everything in the costume? No. I'm lacking pants. Come on, Fable. You can't go to a con without pants. You'll not be able to move. Pants. Probably cotton or linen. Biodanks is the expert here. For those of you who don't know, like I mentioned, Biodanks is a cosplayer, but she's really an amazing maker. She goes like the extra mile to make things like historically accurate, not just in terms of materials, which I'd be like, I use leather because it's historically accurate. No, she stitches the way they would stitch 5,000 years ago. Which I think might be a pain in the butt sometimes, because they didn't have machines. But she'll and beads, man. She did Maria from the movie Assassin's Creed. She has a lot of experience with beads, because that costume is all beads in the front. Oh, the boots. And I think that's it. Oh, he has a couple of pouches actually. That's nice. Let me see what he has here. That's the quiver. Couple pouches in the back. Let's see. That one attaches there. Shit. Okay. I would say this one is attached there, maybe, in the other belt. I actually know how to make this. I think this is easy. Okay, waist belt. This belt I feel like is gonna have a lot of pouches. Okay, I think I listed everything. Got the... Wait, what is that? This stick. I don't know what it is. Oh wait, the pants have... Hold on. Okay, they seem to have leather thread as well. Can't be. I mean, if it's cotton or linen, it doesn't make any sense. Well, the boots have some leather straps and some leather. Oh man, this is so much leather. I'm gonna die of heat. Okay, they have fur. By the way, the braces also have fur. Nope, it's missing the fur. Are they called pauldrons? Pauldrons maybe? Let me Google that. No, pauldrons are for the shoulder. It's not pauldrons then. Leather leg covers or something. I don't know. I just need to know what it means. And I need to be able to describe it to judges if I go to contest. I think I got it. Like if I don't do the quiver, if I do the horn, I would replace the rope. It's not doing anything there. Except add some detail. There's something metal there, and I don't know what it is. Oh no, I think it's, no, it might be leather underneath. Shiny leather. Oh, okay. The shield. The shield I actually got most of it done. I need to do the part around it and paint the metal parts and then paint the crows and the sides, and that's almost done. Oh, it's an harpoon! For fishing, I guess. Huh. Okay. Neat. Now I could go into... Oh my god, look at all these braids. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, the face tattoo, the side tattoo, I need to go look at the game files. Maybe I'll see like the drawing, like a pretty nice pattern for it. should make things easier. See, head tattoo. Find pattern and find a way to do tattoos better than just drawing them on skin, which is, it takes forever. I mean, I need to find a wig, get a wig, do braids. There's a lot there. He has like leather straps on his hair, and then he also has some metal pieces. See, he got like rings on it. He's a weird guy. Just gonna take note to figure it out. I don't know how it works. I've never seen that, like beard wigs. Oh my god, my chat was stopped. I was like, no one is writing in chat. Why? I had to scroll down. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, I missed so much. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I was. Okay. You are in for a lot of leather working. That's how far I am. Pants should be optional. Yeah, I'm cosplaying Eivor when he goes to the bathroom in the middle of the woods. Wait, seriously? So they did the Fry twins thing again? No. They did it like we can't quite figure out if it's a male or a female from the DNA. So you get to pick. Or they give you 3 options. You get to pick male, female, or let the animus pick, which means female. So you got like, you know, and they do show you, I believe it's the skeleton of Eivor, but it just didn't bother. The game developers bothered enough to cover the relevant parts with dirt, so you can't see if it's a male or a female, but it doesn't explain why they didn't dig the rest of the skeleton out and, you know, that's a woman or a man, depending on the result. Pants, they probably used wool. Oh, wool. That's gonna be warm. They most definitely used wool. Altair and Maria? Wait, what? I will and Sue like Greeks. But I try my best to make historically accurate. Yeah. I know. No, she did Maria from the AC movie, yeah. It's quite impressive, to be honest. Like the knowledge she has. She knows the names of what they called underwear. And all that sort of thing. Like I start to think like how am I gonna tackle this? And I'm really impressed by her knowledge. Cause she'll be like saying the names of stuff I didn't even occur to me that they would have names. Or the other one, no, the new one in Spain, yeah. There's another one? And I still did no that movie, but I know the main character is the same bloodline from Arno. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he was, yeah. Michael Fassbender, yeah. He's a distant relative. Is that a whip? It's an harpoon, actually. It's the fishing line, yeah. He fishes, yes. And I got stuck this morning. Actually, I got stuck in the last stream, and I got stuck today again because there was a mission where I was supposed to fish for heels, not heels, eels, and I didn't know how. I just used the bow, but the problem was finding them. He does fish. Wait, I don't think the legs have leather straps. Vikings use leg warmers and then wrapped wool straps over it. Leg warmers with wool straps over it. Shit, I gotta take notes. Wool straps. Jesus, I can't use leg warmers. I'm gonna dehydrate and then pass out. That rope is the fishing thing. You still did not unlock in game. Yeah. Still haven't, no. But how are you doing the metal parts? 3D print? It depends on the parts. You know what? I'm gonna show you. Biothanks. I don't know if you're still there because I'm still behind on the messages. But I'll show you something. If when I get to the end of the message you're still there. Yes, you still did not unlock because you need to build a fishing house, yeah. I was sad they didn't give any metal decor to Cassandra Air, but I love the metal rings Alexius has on his hair. Nordics use wool and or linen, but mostly wool because cold environment. So not cotton, wool. Wait, is oh, wool is from animal. Okay. Oh man, but I gotta think about that because I know cotton might be fresh. Wool would be historically accurate, but from the pictures it looks like linen. Mostly used for underwear, like the inner layer of transport sweat. You made Viking Age cosplays. Valka! Oh! Oh yeah. Oh, she survived, isn't she? The seer, yeah. I don't... If you don't want to be historically accurate, use cotton for a more cool costume. Yeah, the thing is, I would like to walk in a room and be like, hey, this is historically accurate, you know? Biothank said so, but the thing is, I don't want... I gotta survive to get to that room. If I die on my way there, it's kind of pointless. I kind of need fresher costumes, you know. Now I will go bring something up. Give me a minute. What? All right, and I'm back. You either suffer or you look like a noob. Eivor is cool looking, but very far from historically accurate. All the assassins are kind of far from historically accurate. They are ahead of their time, so I think Eivor would use cotton. I've posted a picture in Discord with an alternative. I'll check it in a minute. I never do cooler costumes, always super warm. Yeah, I mean it's nice during the winter, but okay. I got this. I think it's pretty cool, but you know, I made it, so where is it? So I'm gonna start with that. So you see this here, this belt buckle. Look at it, and now looky here. So if I can, biothanks, I also got a level of crazy in me. That looks cool, doesn't it? It's aluminium, and something else that might. It's actually getting a little bit rusty. Because there's a part that is like I got it in the Chinese store, not casted. It was sculpted. I got a piece of aluminum and went to town with the Dremel. So an idiotic amount of time. Way cooler. It took way longer, but I didn't have to make a mold or forge it. Wait, it's not done. Not done. I need cosplay as Maria in Templar armor. Sir Paladino is pushing for a Templar. Because I also did a couple other pieces. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if they are here, actually. Hold on. Now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing the other piece. They don't show it? Wait. Oh, okay, now I see it. Okay, it's hard to see here, but I guess I have other pictures that might be better. You see this piece here? I got that one here. It's also it's the same method. I got a piece of aluminum and did it with a Dremel, and also this belt buckle. It took an idiotic amount of time. Again, I think that would be this one. Oh, you're not seeing it. This one here. Can we get a closer look? Yeah. Just give me a second. I mean, I want to give you like the. Oh, you can't see it like that. It's this piece and this piece. So you know, what you're seeing. I gotta get closer to the camera. And then the belt goes inside there. And I haven't figured out the way to secure it, but I guess I'd just like drill a couple of holes and stick a couple like nails in there. I think that would work. And this piece, it kind of works the same way. Surprisingly enough, the trickiest part was like that hole in there.
You have photos of the construction of all that?
I'm not entirely sure. I think I do. But the thing is, I can cut a piece of aluminum and be like, hey, it was this, and now it's this. I don't know. But I think I have some belts. No, I have step by step. Oh no, that's not it. Right. Yeah, I think I got that. Like for example, it was like this. I think that's a good like middle. I don't know if I can. In real life, a belt end and often buckles like that was casted and it had 2 or more pins on the back to either bend or peen. Yeah, I've actually joined the group of forgers. But oh look, the belt itself. And another piece of aluminum. Yeah, I took a few photos. That was the first test. Not crazy like you. It might have taken less time than beads. I have no idea how I'm making the metal parts for Cassandra, which in reality would be bronze. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with Cassandra is if it really, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say like, or armor is like it's made of metal and then covered with leather. I think that would be. Oh, you posted your Viking belt on. Let me see. Let me see. Anyway, I joined a group of forgers on Facebook just to see what people make and how they work and all that. Not to start forging, because I know forging is very dangerous, and I'm not ready to jump into it. Eivor, but historically accurate. Yeah, right? I mean, first of all, the axes. No way. And it's actually something I noticed. Because I started modeling the axes. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Hold on. I guess I can show you this. This is the game model. You should start forging. I'll teach you. I'm afraid. I remember like the news of a guy that burned down a house because he was watching too much Forged in Fire and decided to forge something and burn down the house. Okay, like this one is actually not as bad because it turns out this isn't perfectly cylindrical. But the other one, Varin's axe, is like the handle is perfectly cylindrical. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think I might be wrong. Maybe it's historically accurate somehow. But as someone who has used an axe a bunch of times, it doesn't make any sense to have an handle that is perfectly cylindrical. It's just harder to hold. Imagine like, and this axe head is insanely big. It's gonna be heavy, which means you're gonna have hard time controlling it, and then the handle is cylindrical. It's a joke. I hate the axes in the game. They are silly big, like swinging a sledgehammer. Yeah. To be fair, he beheads people like that. You know, so he needs to he needs to be really strong. Like the guys are just standing, and he goes like "Shah!" and the heads. I would think beheading someone would be harder than that. Exactly, even spears are not entirely cylindrical. Now the other one, the first one that I showed, isn't perfectly cylindrical. It's a little bit oval. It just doesn't look like it. But this one is perfectly cylindrical. And I'm thinking of, if when I make it, maybe not making it perfectly cylindrical, because that's dumb as hell. I know nothing about Viking armory, but that looks big. It does. It's way too big. It's the thing. It's and thick like this. This is very, very thick and very detailed. This is something that you would put over a mantelpiece. This is a decorative axe. Okay, it's not something you would use in battle. It's way too much work to make this take to battle. Like the weapons you take to battle. I mean, I guess if you're a king or something, maybe. But when you're forging weapons for battle, you're not forging one. You're forging 100 or more. You want to give weapons to your army, not just one guy. So making putting this amount of detail into it doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless it's for show, you know. And this one is I think is slightly bigger and more. It's prettier, but he also has. I kind of get it why this one is prettier than the other one. This is the axe of his father, so you know this is a special axe. It's not just any axe. It's fancier. And he was the head of town. He was the chief, unless I got it wrong. But yeah, I'm thinking of making it less cylindrical. This is the model from the game. The other one I already kind of treated. I'm just missing a few details. I can show you. He was a Jarl, yeah. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, I can close this. So I already worked on this. These are the parts. I already worked in the details, but it kind of messes up with Blender the way I did it. That's why it's kind of like that. Actually, I'm thinking of printing the axe and then the details. Like it's missing a detail, but doesn't matter. Because for 3D printing purposes, I think it's going to be easier to just print the details on the side and then glue them together. Might be less work. So I'm missing the details here and here, and then this part is going to be wood, so it's more accurate, you know. And this one is already prepared. It's all kind of, well, there's a little thing there, weird. It's kind of prepared to print. I already worked this. I'm just really missing the details there. Now the other one, let me show you how it looks when it's. Oh no! Let me show you how it looks like the topology of a. You see, it's all nice and pretty. I got the edges marked so they are sharper than the rest. If I show you like this is, it's got a lot more points, that's why it's smoother, more detailed. This is how it looks when it's when it's worked, when it's after you've, you know, prepared it. Let me show you how it looks when it's straight out of the game. Yeah, thank you. Funny thing I noticed when looking at Odyssey files, the Spear of Leonidas has 6 different designs when you level up the spear. Yeah, that spear, you can level it up and it gets more detail. It's kind of like in this game. These axes, they have 4 different designs each. The hood, it has a bunch of them. Really, each weapon, most of the weapons have at least 4 versions. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, show you the other one. Now, Varin's axe, the other one that I haven't touched yet. Oh, I have nothing. But I can import it and show you. Import FBX Varin's axe. This one actually I have the texture, so I can show you actually how Blender works. You can see the textures, I think, here. See, you can see the thing with textures. The thing is, those textures, when you take them out, they take away all the details, because most of those details are not part of the model. I didn't notice the design changes in game though, but the model files show imperfection. I hate the level 6 design, by the way. Looks fancy, too fancy for my taste. Okay, see, it doesn't look that bad, but for example, it doesn't. First of all, it's not symmetrical. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the other one, but if I look at it from the top, maybe. At least the other one was not symmetrical when I started working on it. It kind of bugged me, so I made it symmetrical. This one isn't yet. It looks very nice, but if I take it away, you see the edge? Like, it's very polygonal, very lots of hard edges. I gotta apply a subdivision to make it smoother. But that's not enough, because, for example, I don't know if you can. No, you can't see it. But these are actually different parts. Like, I guess this ball. See this edge here on top. Let me see if I can. It goes into the other face, so it's not. It's not. It doesn't. You can't take this and print it, because the slicer, the program you use to. It's called. I think it's called a slicer because it turns the model into slices, and then the 3D printer goes one slice at a time. They're called layers, but the program is called slicer. I guess you would slice it into layers, kind of like cheese. You know, you take a ball of cheese and you slice it, and they get a bunch of layers. But this it needs to be like a whole object that is closed. It doesn't quite work very well. If you got it like, you see these vertex here. If I turn this off, you stop seeing it because it's inside. That ball is from the handle, right? Yeah, or from the head. Like I would say like it's part of the head. Like this is I would say this is wood, like painted wood, that goes into the metal. It's the only way I can make sense of it. And this is a ball. So I'd say like this is a piece, which I would make this a separate piece so that I could screw it on and just make my life easier when printing, because printing this as a whole seems like it would be harder. Maybe even this part here separately. This is a different thing. Like this I would make out of wood. This is another piece. Then this underneath I would make it out of wood and put like leather on top. And then this is another piece. Like a bunch of pieces. How are axes made though? Isn't it a handle that goes straight into the metal part? Yeah! I guess you could make it different ways. You can make it different ways. But the one that I have that I use in my backyard is just a piece of metal with a hole in it. And then the wooden part goes into it. And you can like, I'm lazy, so I stick nails in it until it expands enough that it doesn't move. But you can put it like water, and then the wood will expand, and the handle will not move. There's many ways to do it. That's how my father did it. He would leave the tools in buckets of water. I guess it's not great for the metal part. Maybe they did it a different way, no idea. Looking at shows like Vikings. Actually, maybe Pyro knows how they made those axes. They seem to be simpler. A lot simpler. And it makes sense, because they are supposed to be fast weapons. Like they are like slicing, and all of a sudden they throw it at the guy. Why is it not loading? Eivor is a fancy lad. Yeah, actually he has those two axes, but when he throws axes, he doesn't throw those two. He has like a set of smaller axes that he throws. I don't like that, because I don't like using that skill, because it implies that he has two axes and then a bunch of tiny little axes around his body that he just pulls out and throws. It's kind of silly. Combat axes with the straight shafts like this can be handled from the top. As the bottom of the stick goes in first. The handle gets a bit bigger at the top, and it... Oh, okay. So it doesn't go loose. It makes sense. If it does, it will fall to your side, not out, right? Yeah, I got bugged by the fact that that axe that I was showing, this one, that it got cylindrical cylindrical handle, so I went and looked out and googled, you know, axes, just axes, trying to find one, just one, that had a cylindrical handle. I couldn't find a single one. Like the closest one was something like this, that was like thinner, but even then it's not necessarily cylindrical. It's often used for woodworking axes. I like working with the axe in my backyard, to be honest. It's so satisfying, just hacking at stuff. Sometimes we go with Christina's parents to cut wood, and I will bring an axe, and I have fun with it. And I get it that we're doing a job there, and we're trying to be efficient. But sometimes I would argue that it's more efficient with the axe. So, not all the time. Very few, rarely, but sometimes. Well, for starters, you're not wasting fuel. Like if it's something really thick, forget the axe. You know, just go with a chainsaw. But if it's thin, it's just like it's cut. While the chainsaw might actually take a little bit longer. A note about the throwing axes. They are modeled after the Mammon axe, which was a beautiful and very expensive axe with silver inlay. So weird choice for throwing. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so this is what I would expect from a Viking axe. So I think it's what you were saying. Like this portion of the handle is thinner, and then it would go inside that piece of metal on the other side. The one I have in my back is very simple. It's it's just a straight piece of wood. It doesn't get thinner, so the head would go in from the top, which doesn't make as much sense, because when you're doing that motion, if it gets loose, it's more likely to fly away than if it was done the way you mentioned. Pyro, where can I see the stuff you've done? These ones, compared to the ones in the game, you can tell they are much lighter. It is much thinner. There's no bullshit balls on the back. They kind of have a similar shape, but the ones in the game, they really look a lot heavier. Well, if you stopped using nails instead of a proper wedge, it would not go loose. I know. but lazy. You know? I just got a bunch of when you put rivets, there's a little, it's like a headless nail that is left over. Sometimes I use those, so technically they're not nails. Oh, that axe head is so full of nails. But I like it, and at this point I'm afraid that if I take those nails out, the wood will just come undone. It will just fall apart. But the next time I have to repair it with a new handle, I will take that into account. Dunk it in oil instead of water. I haven't dunked an axe in water in ages. My father used to do it. Not just axes, other kinds of tools. Water expands the wooden fibers and crushes them. When the wood dries, it will shrink and get loose. Yeah. So that's why they stayed in the water. I'm going for now. I have a nice stream. If you need help fabric-wise, you know where to find me. And you know where to find me if you need help with the models. Or with the leather. Because you're gonna have a really nice leatherworking project there. Cassandra is even more leathery than Eivor. Kind of jealous there. Yeah, have fun and have a good night. I might actually. It's already 11 here. Pyro, it should be midnight there, right? This was honestly a fun stream. I've talked more than I usually do. My throat is dry. Cassandra is going to be a nightmare for me. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna learn so much. Exactly. Be excited. That's the spirit. I may have had more fun with this stream than the one in the morning where I was playing games. That was just talking. I might start from now on. I might be doing some more 3D modeling streams. Yep, midnight soon. Wife have baby duty in the morning. Just finished session 1 in D&D with my siblings. Nice. Was it fun? Very fun and super complex compared to Everinthian. Yeah, I mean, it's expected. Everinthian is simplified to the max. There's no math there, which I kind of enjoy, to be honest. We played a sample of D&D in an event recently, and it was simplified, but still I felt like if you like it, you know, it's fine, but I found myself too, well, first of all, too restricted because Mihai lets us do everything and anything. I'm like, I'm a magician. I know how to do stuff. Can I make a light? No. Can I make a fireball? No. Can I get to do one spell for the entire session? How is that being a magician? We used Roll20, so not much math either. Okay, I'll use that platform. That's nice. But it's nice because it forces you to be more restrained. You can't just let your imagination run loose. It's a different, somewhat different experience. Horn from Lord of the Rings is Jesus. I have looked how to play a horn. First of all, I wanted to know how does it work. It seems very hard, to be honest. Guys with a lot more experience kind of struggle with it. At least from what I've seen in YouTube videos. The experience in wind instruments. They start to play it and it sounds silly. But there are ways to make it easier. Like putting a little instrument in there that makes the sound. So all you have to do is blow. It seems like an easier solution. I can. But it's not just that, right? You gotta go like At least that's what YouTubers say. You gotta go blow in there like, and you spit everywhere. They don't say that second part. I don't have a glass bottle here. Faye will go after Pyro and take his horn out. The horns themselves, they don't seem too expensive. Just the horn, without, you know, treating, cutting and stuff like that. I think I could cut a horn. Can't have my horn, it's mine. It's kind of like that. It's hard to explain. Oh, okay. So you gotta make the. But is it loud? Can you? Because the expectation is that it has to be loud. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Why would anyone use that as a sign for the troops? If I can also try to 3D print one. Because I 3D printed Loki's horns for the you know those horns he has on the second season of the show. I made those and it turned out pretty cool. It turned out great, I would say. Gives lung infections. Oh, okay. I usually wear a mask when cutting, when working. Yeah, like it doesn't matter what it is. If it's wood, if it's metal, if it's. Sometimes I'm lazy with wood. Okay, sometimes I'm just cutting something small. I'm not gonna. But usually I wear a mask. You can make a pretty cool and loud sound with the horn. You're teasing me. I like it. Depends on the horn. Let me see. I gotta watch it later. Actually, I don't think I've seen this one. Or have I? You can't hear it, but depends on the horn. You would expect it to depend on the horn, yeah. Depending on the shape. Okay, I don't feel like this is finished, but it's a very rough plan. It's not even a plan, it's just a list of things to do. But there's I don't know. Pattern belt. I got nothing here. For example, Raider's axe. I still have to finish 3D model. Then I gotta print it. Then I gotta sand it, paint it. Amazon sells some horns. The thing is, I don't know, like, I don't know exactly what you need to... I know you need to cut the tip, but that's all I've figured so far. So before buying anything, I would need to... I would need to learn more. And then after all that, I need to make sure that... well, it's not too heavy, for example. I don't know about that. How fragile it is, I need to also search that up. A plastic tube, okay. Yeah, yeah. Because if it's just for show, if it's well, even if it's just for show, if it's real horn, it would look nice. But worst case scenario, I can always try to print one just for the looks of it. It's not ideal. I would really have. I would prefer a real one. I mean, if you're going with leather and metal parts, why not? For size and shape of hole, that's what makes a sound. The rest is just an amplifier. Okay, it makes sense. But are the horns, you know, are they hollow when they get them off the animal? I honestly don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense that an ox would have hollow horns if they're supposed to be sturdy, you know. So I imagine they cut the horns and then they have to remove like the interior. There's stuff in there, yeah, kind of like teeth, right? Or maybe like bones. I'm curious. I need to search that up. But I know Amazon, like Sir Paladino said, I know that they. But you buy them without, else they rot. Horn is stable, medieval. Medieval plastic, you can eat it and form it. Oh wow, really? There are wood horns. Oh, I mean, no, the wood isn't. I would rather to go for wood. I would 3D print one. Because then I would get the shape, I would model it and make, you know. I didn't know you could shape horns. That sounds cool. So many things ahead. Alright, yeah, so I think the next stream that I work on this is gonna be a Blender stream. 3D modeling finishing the first axe, the Raider's axe. Oh, that's how you make horn spoons. I didn't even know there were horn spoons. Such an amount of work that goes into this, and we learn a lot, don't we? You know, because the thing about cosplay, let me tell there are so many things. The thing is, one of the things is when you start working on a costume, chances are, even if it's something familiar to you, like leatherworking, the costume isn't going to be the entire thing made out of leather. So you're going to have to branch out and learn something else to complete the costume, right? Sir Paladino is kidding. He's kidding. I know nothing. You have much to learn, young apprentice. You will soon enough join me in my raids. Yay! Let's go. Can I do it through like Discord? Can I do it in a video call? Because you know, plane tickets. I mean, Denmark would be nice to visit, I guess. No, you gotta come here. Christina, you wanna go on a vacation to Northern Europe? Hmm?
Depends on the time of year.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
In the summer?
Not tomorrow. Maybe next week.
In the summer, so
In the
it's not
summer.
cold?
You. Oh, so let me. Oh, Runa's here. Okay, so you want snow, and I say, "Hey, let's go check out the north of Europe," and you go like, "No."
No, because I don't have clothes for it now. I need to go get clothes for that.
You heard it. Christina doesn't have clothes. It's a problem. We're working on it. I have a big question, please. How you bring boat to the event? Oh, that would be a sick stage prop. But for the type of contest that I would go to, I wouldn't need stage props. So there's no boat. It would be fun though, but I don't think they would let me in. Big giant boat. Here's Spoon video. Let me see. Oh, they're cutting it. Oh, I see. Bye-bye. This is pretty cool. Oh, you heat it up and then you got a mold. Alright, that makes sense. Music is jolly though. Very jolly. I don't have snow. We can go to Winterberg. It's in Germany. You don't have snow? Really? "20 Vikings following Fable and bring the boat." And this is our recruitment video. Let me see. There's a guy sitting on the video. You can't hear it, but I can't hear it. It's muted. Oh Jesus. He's sitting, and I am very good at that. Viking life might be for me. Oh, he got up. Shit. It's okay. He messed it up. That was a chicken. I've been attacked by chickens on Valhalla. They are, you know, English chickens are dangerous. They just start attacking you. I haven't died to any, but it's kind of surprising. Sometimes you're like, I let my life go way low before I recover it, and sometimes I think I'm safe, and then all of a sudden there's a chicken jumping behind me and giving me damage. It's a matter of time until I die to a chicken. I know it will happen. And I'll still be surprised when it does. That's a cool axe. Guys having fun with axes. I like that. Alright. I have to check it off stream. If there is no snow in Winterberg, they make snow. It's like Disneyland. We either get snow or we'll pay St. Peter to make it snow. It's not a matter of how much. They got it. We had minus 11 degrees last week. Plenty of snow and ice. That's what I thought. I thought Germany would always have snow because it's because we have. Here's my logic. In the north of Portugal, we have a mountain, and there's usually snow in the winter. It's not a lot of snow. It's a little bit. So I just imagine the rest of Europe, Like in Paris, I know they have snow during winter, so I would always assume that the northern countries would also. Oh, only in the mountains. Okay. The picture is from Florida's Living Museum. Walrus Living Museum. Did I say that right? Serra da Estrela? Yeah. Serra da Estrela, exactly. We have one big mountain, and it's called it's Star Mountain. It's not really mountain. I don't think it's not the right word, but it's like that. You could Fable. It will be like 8 to 10 degrees C next week, or so. 8 to 10. Oh, I guess I don't know how the. I don't take note of numbers. I should, because if you tell me it's 20 degrees, I have no idea if it's cold or warm. I know that it's cold-ish because when I was working, people would, but that was AC, so that thing only had cold. If it was warm, whatever temperature you put in, it would spew out cold air. So I really have no idea. I usually I step outside, and I'm like, today's gonna be a warm day. That's how I measure my temperatures. Only in the mountains. Yeah, Christina went to bed. I think I'm gonna follow. We had a little workout, and I'm a little bit tired. Oh, but this was fun. I'm looking forward to taking a next step, which will be modeling the axes. I might have I might convince some cosplayers to stop by if they're interested in 3D modeling. Actually, Rock and Rother stopped by, and then I stopped hearing from him. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can find someone to raid. Let's see. Okay, I think I got it. Since we were since today was Makers and Crafters, I'm gonna raid Mayushi. She's usually on Christina's stream. Sometimes she stops by here as well. Alright, thank you. You're excited? That makes me excited as well. Even more than I was already. Alright, I'm gonna rate Mayushi. She's a maker and a crafter. She's a cosplayer, and she's working on some cosplay stuff as well. Not Viking, but cosplay nonetheless. So it's still crafting. I think it's on theme with what we were doing here today. So that's it. I'm gonna set up the raid. This time it worked, because this morning it wasn't working. And then I'm gonna give you guys the music. But before I do, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the chat. Biodanks is gone, but Pyro, Runa, Sir Paladino, thank you so much for being there. It really makes the process so much more fun, when you're sharing. So we're gonna raid Mayushi. Let's bring our best vibes. Samu, hello. Oh my god. Oh, I got some drops. Sorry for so many links. No, sorry. Thank you for helping out. Samuel, thank you for the Waterino. Let's raid Mayushi. Let's bring our best vibes. Our best vibes. God. Our best vibes. And that's it. Have a great rest of Sunday, a great week, and see you soon. All right. Bye bye.